Hi guys, my name is Kara. I'm a second year first grade teacher and today is classroom setup, day 1. I'm about to head out, but I got a few things that I have to take to the school, and by a few, I mean quite a bit. So hoping to get those things in there. I'm really not sure what the plan is for today. I guess I'm just gonna go in and look to see what all, like where I put things at the end of last year, and just to see like what I can get done today, because I don't plan on going in tomorrow and we don't start until next Thursday. So I'm not sure like if I'm gonna come in all next week, like before we start. It's been rough getting up early, so I'm gonna try and get back in the habit of that. But we will just see where today takes us. So this is what it looks like. I just brought all of that stuff in. And this stuff was in my room before I brought that stuff in. And I brought a few more things in. So it's time to get started. Have you ever felt like so overwhelmed that you don't know where to start? Like, that's what this feels like right now. It feels like I don't know where to even begin because everything is everywhere right now. And that's mostly my fault because I just like tore everything apart and just didn't really tear everything apart, but I brought in a lot of stuff from the car. I'm sweating, it's hot. I had to turn on the AC because it's so hot in here. But there's still some things I want to get, so maybe I'll go do that this weekend. But I'm thinking like maybe I should start with bulletin boards, or should I start with like my furniture, like laying it out where it needs to be. But then I feel like I can't start with the furniture because there's still some stuff like on the furniture and I still have to like undo some of the things. So I'm thinking like bulletin boards might be the best bet and it'll make it look a little bit more like a classroom, but I'm still like, I don't know where I want certain things, like my small group table. Like I have 2 kidney tables. I have one here and one over there. There's a bunch of stuff on it right now. And then I have this little rolling table, and that table is my desk. So I'm thinking I want my small group table, mine, over like angled towards the door. And then I want this one either in this corner or in this corner. But then I really wanted a calm down area, and I'm not sure where I would even put like a calm down corner. So I don't know. And with like the regulations right now are that we have to be 3 foot apart, like the desks have to be 3 feet apart, and I have 19 kids right now. So I also have to work that in, like where it can be 3 feet apart with 19 desks and chairs. I don't know. Let's see what I can figure out. So I cannot figure out the smart board speaker there. I think what they did was they unplugged everything. That way there's no fires or anything, you know, no accidents or anything over the summer. And so since this is my only my second year, sorry, I can't talk today. I don't know, like I've spent like a half hour trying to figure it out and I couldn't, so I'm just gonna leave my music on my laptop and go from there. But I've decided that I am going to start with the bulletin boards because seems like the easiest. I have some bulletin board paper to kind of spice things up this year. I'm going with like a wooden neutral pastel kind of theme, just neutral, so that anything like, I had a pirate theme last year and it just was so hard trying to like find different worksheets and things like that. And you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to stick with your theme by any means, but I just thought it would be cute to stick with the theme. So I figured this year I'll go neutral, and that way I can do anything and it would go with my theme. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this bulletin board paper up, and then if I have leftover, I'm gonna see if I want to do like over these cabinets, and I have another big cabinet back there that I might want to do too. I'm thinking about moving that filing cabinet. I don't know if I showed you guys, but thinking about moving it, so I will put you guys on a time lapse and you guys can see what I get done. I'm almost done hanging these color posters, so I figured I'd stop and talk to you guys a little bit. So I know it's I said it was my second year, so it is my second year teaching, and we are departmentalized, so I teach reading, and then my partner teaches math. But this year, since with COVID, usually the kids switch classes. So they kind of like, I don't know if you like what your middle school experience was like, but like in middle school, we switched classes to a bell. We don't have a bell to switch to, but it's kind of similar. So the kids switch half day or whenever our time allows for it. But instead, since with COVID, the teachers have to switch rooms. So that's why I have the numbers up for my partner, and I'll put up anything else that she needs in the classroom to help her out when she's teaching. And I'll have mostly reading stuff, but I don't want to leave her high and dry. I want to give her as many resources as I possibly can. But what happened was, because this is the reason that my room's the way it is and nothing's set up, is because last year a teacher hurt her foot, and so I had to switch classrooms, which I was fine with completely because I didn't know where to begin anyway, so I had to move upstairs, and it worked out perfectly. I got my exercise in every day, and she seemed content down here, so it worked out great. And with her foot, she was able to use the ramps and everything to get around being downstairs. So this year what happened was I kept my same partner, because sometimes your partner can change, and they moved me back to the room that I was originally supposed to be in, and they moved the teacher that broke her foot in the beginning of the year last year. She's back upstairs to where I was, so we flip-flop rooms. So that's why my room is not exactly set up. And that's why I'm going through and coming in early before our work days, so that I can at least set up some things. Anyway, that's the gist of it, but it's going to be a great year, and I have a great team. The teacher that broke her foot is amazing. Her foot is all healed, I think, now, thankfully, but she's like so creative, and she was always so very helpful, and just my team's amazing. My partner is amazing. We work great as a team, and my school's amazing. Like, when you find a school, if you're going to be a teacher, when you find a school that supports you and they are there for you through thick and thin, you really need to keep it. And that's what, this is my dream school, actually. Like, I got hired right after, in May of 2021, I think. No, in May of 2020, sorry. Years get mixed up. But I had applied a bunch of other places, and actually after I accepted this job, I had a lot more phone calls of people wanting me, and I had to decline because I had found my school. Like, this is where I've always wanted to be, and I just got lucky that they wanted me too. So I am first grade, so that's really fun. I love being a first grade teacher. Last year was just amazing. It was difficult because of COVID and being hybrid and then sometimes being shut down, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year, but we'll see. But it's gonna be an amazing year. So I did not end up finishing the bulletin boards. It seems like I really wish I had help with them, because I don't want to, well, it's not that I don't want to, it's just that it's more difficult with those rolling, the big rolling, I don't know what you call them, but they like curl. So every time I tried to flatten it, it would curl out, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to stay flat. So now like the one has like bubbles in it, and I was gonna do all of them, but then I couldn't decide, do I just do those two, because I have two more bulletins over here. So do I just do those two and do these two a different kind of paper? But I got all that paper, so I'm thinking maybe I should just finish it all to be the wooden. I don't know, I'm so torn. That's why I started hanging up numbers and colors, because that's the easiest thing to do. I know exactly where they're gonna go. The bulletin boards, I know what I want to do with them, but I just haven't gotten everything together for them. Like, I don't have a Cricut or anything, but I'm gonna print out some letters for my bulletin boards, and I haven't done that yet, but I know what I want to go on there, so I don't know. I just haven't like prepped for it as much yet, which that can be like a last minute thing. It's not really a big deal. So I'm going to finish my colors, and then I'm going to hang up my alphabet, and then I'm not sure what else I will get into, but I will maybe put some stuff, like put my furniture, get it organized to where I want it, because I think I know where I want my small group tables now. I just have to move them and see if I actually like it there. So we'll give it a shot. When you don't have a yardstick, so you have to get creative. Gotta hang my last one. Spread my poster roll. So I feel like I haven't really talked very much today. I've been doing more like time lapses today, but basically what happened was I was working and trying to figure out this mailbox, because it's just so hard. And there goes binder. I'm trying to organize right now. So I got my alphabet up, and I got a few other things up. And then I got my mailbox put together. I was trying to put it together, and the directions are just really hard to figure out. So I took a break from that, and I helped another teacher. We got a bunch of hand sanitizer and like Clorox wipes, and so we were distributing them to all the classrooms, which was a workout, but it was fun. And I'm glad that we could help other people from someone that donated. So thank you to whoever donated to us. I know she knows who it is. I'm not sure who it is. It's one of her students' parents, I think. And I'm just so happy because this mailbox, like, it's one of those cheap, like, cardboard ones, and I was, like, really worried about it. And then now I'm so happy because it's actually, sorry, people are texting me, so I was looking at my watch. It holds their folders. So, like, all last year, my mailboxes only held papers, and it was so annoying. And now I just put a folder in there and it fits it perfectly. I'm like, I don't care if this is like a cardboard mailbox. This is amazing. And I'm just like, I'm thrilled. I don't know. I'm really ecstatic. I just thought to do it while I was trying to empty my cabinets, and I'm like, it works. Okay, so before I show you what I've done, it's not gonna look like much, I guess. Like, it doesn't really feel like I've done that much. There's still a lot to do, but for day one, I got my alphabet set up. I got my colors set up, almost. I still have a few things I want to add to that wall. I got my numbers set up, and I went through all my cabinets on that side, and I went through and organized them. I got my rule posters set up. My husband should be here any minute to help me move some furniture so that I don't scratch the floors at all. And then that way, like, I will feel like I did a lot more, I guess, like, hopefully. But basically I cleared off my back counter, and I went through some of the stuff that I brought in. Oh, I gotta go through that bin that I brought in with a bunch of stuff for, morning stations and my lights and stuff like that. Yeah, so got a lot done so far, or somewhat. I have a lot of empty bins that I'm not sure where I'm gonna put yet. I guess like on top of something because I'm not using them right now, but hopefully when my husband gets here, all the desks and stuff, it'll look nice and it'll look like a actual room. So what I have left to do, that's what I meant to say. What I have left to do is bulletin boards. So that's what he's coming to help with, other than furniture, is to put this, the wooden backdrop. I'm just gonna do it on all of them and see how I like it, because I have enough paper. I use the school funds for it, so I might as well use it. And then hopefully maybe I'll get another paper to put on the cabinets, both this big tall cabinet and these other cabinets over there. So I have my bulletin board to do. Gosh, I had a whole, my class library. So a lot of what you're gonna see in like the little cubbies when I show you are like things that I need to go through, because my bookshelf right now is empty, so that we can move it. I need to just take a day and go through my bookshelf and all my books and just organize them into little bins and put them on display in my library. I need to make an area for my library and maybe an area for Calm Down Corner. I'm not sure if that's going to be able to happen this year anyway because of COVID, so I'm not sure if I'm even going to spend the time to do it. It's a really good idea though. I just have no idea where I could put it, and maybe throughout the year, like, I will have an idea of it. I just, right now, I don't. So yeah, let me show you. Okay, so first, I got these done, so that's my color wall. I'm going to add some things, sorry, I'm on my iPad, so this is a little hard. So I'm gonna add a, we know our color sign here, and then above it, I have these little crayons that have the same words on them. So like I have a red crayon, an orange crayon, and I'm just gonna put them above. I did have these Spanish ones, so I have these Spanish posters, but I just don't know if that would confuse them. So I'm gonna try this year, and then if they do well with that, then maybe I'll try doing the other. So that's my thing. And then I have my beautiful alphabet that goes with our curriculum. I did make this alphabet to go with our curriculum, and I'm just so happy the way it turned out. Maybe I was thinking about, because it is very shiny, you can see it, like I was thinking about getting that spray that everybody's been talking about, the matte spray to put on lamination, because everything's so shiny. But so moving, I gotta go through this bin right here. All of these are just empty boxes. My bookshelf is there. I think it's gonna go right here, which is next to my other small group table. So I think it's gonna go there. And then I went through all of these cabinets, which took a long time. And I'm thinking about getting another cart like that, or another, maybe 2 carts like that. I don't know, because they're really expensive. These water bottles, I'm gonna put underneath that table. And those scoop chairs, I'm thinking I'm gonna put in this little corner that has literally no room for the calm down corner. So I'm just gonna stick them in there. And then the yoga mats I'm gonna put near my library, so that if we have like time, they can take a yoga mat out. But all these books and this, all of that I have to go through. This doesn't worry me very much, because at least that cubby is gonna be gone when the start of school starts, and then their composition notebooks should be downed some. And I'm gonna, this bin right here, the white one, that's what I'm gonna put in their pencil boxes when I get energy. I'm gonna use these for books, like my library. And then these clipboards, I'm gonna take them out, and I'm gonna get those like book holders, and I'm gonna put like maybe a makeshift whiteboard and a clipboard in there for them, and then anything else that they might have that they don't need all the time, or they only need during groups or something like that, I might put in there. And I'm thinking my small group table, I'll show you guys at the end, but my small group table I'm thinking is gonna angle there, and this I'm just gonna push against the wall. That way I'm facing like the door and the kids, because it's gonna be angled. And then I'm gonna put this red, there's a red bookshelf there. I'm gonna put that like right there too. So I know where I want to put things, and you can see these cabinets, you see what I'm talking about, like they're very ugly from, you know, putting stuff up, taking stuff down. This one isn't as bad, but then on the side it's red, so I just want to cover that. But that's where we're at with things. So as soon as my husband gets here, we'll start doing other things. I'm sorry I didn't vlog as much. I suck at vlogging. I know this is my first start, but I suck at it. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna get better, and it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be a great year. But I'm loving how everything is turning out, and I'm pretty sure when the kids come, they'll love it too. And I just feel like this is my year. Like it feels good, and I'm exhausted. I've been here since like 8:30, and now it's 4:40. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm very hungry too. I snacked a little bit, but I need to eat something. So maybe I'll convince the hubby to go to Rofo for me or something. But I think it's coming together, and I don't think I'm gonna come in tomorrow. I had toyed with the idea earlier, a couple hours ago, because I was like, I just haven't been getting done anything, and maybe it's just not my day, because you know, some days your motivation is just not there and your inspiration is not there. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's just not my day. But then as we went along, like I realized that I'm just being too hard on myself, which happens a lot. So I was looking around, and I was like, I bet if I looked back at the very first video I took when I walked in here, I would see a difference. And I think that's true. Like there are still things around that I need to put away or find a spot for or hang up or whatever, but it's not all gonna get done in one day, and I gotta take a step back and breathe. So it's hard to remind yourself of that, but if you struggle with the same thing, just remember you will have time, and it will get done, and you will have help most likely, because I don't know a school that hasn't helped me try to get ready. So I mean, it's gonna be all right, and it's gonna be a great year, COVID or no COVID. It's gonna be awesome. So keep your head up and stick in there. Stay in there. I don't know. Stay in the game. I don't know. But things they're looking up, and I think once the furniture gets moved, it'll look a lot cleaner, especially when I get the trash out and stuff. So thinking by the time I come back next week, like if I want to come back maybe Monday to Wednesday, like one of those days, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and just start my library, I don't think it'll take too long. Like I know it's gonna take a long time, but I don't think it's gonna take, like maybe it'll take a half day. I don't think it'll take a whole day. And then yeah, so the library won't take, it'll take like a half day probably, especially if I have help, which I might have help for that. And then the bulletin boards, they're not going to take that long, but I got to get them ready, so it'll all work out. Hey guys, so sorry I did not get back on yesterday to, you know, talk about what I've done and basically show you what I did. I was so exhausted. We got out of there at like 7, and we had finally gotten all the bulletin board up, the bulletin paper, not my bulletin boards, because I have to, you know, prep those today. So we got all the bulletin paper up, and then, let's see, we moved the furniture, which 20 desks 3 feet-ish apart, like, I'm pretty sure they're 3 feet apart both ways, like front to back and side to side. I'm not sure if it's just side to side or if it's both. So I just did both just in case. And if they tell me that it doesn't have to be front and back 3 feet apart, then I will adjust accordingly. But they fit in there. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way. I might move my kidney table back to where it was because it might be more room for the kids. I don't know, I have to think about it and go back in and see, but I'm not going to go back in until next week. I will show you the reel I took, because I did take a reel on my phone that shows the classroom as it is now, so I will show that to you, but I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys because that wasn't a really good end of the video. So I just wanted to come on and say I hope you enjoyed this video. There should be more videos to come. I'm really kind of doing this for myself at this point. I don't expect any views, but if we get views, then that's awesome, and if not, it's just something for myself, so I'm happy either way. But if you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button down at the bottom. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!